Where did my, oh, it went away. Hi, everybody.
Greetings, friends.
It's Jim.
And Dave's
Beer Review.
And Dave, what's on tap for this beer review?
We have New England IPA Hazy and Juicy from Samuel Adams. That's for some reason it went away on my monitor here, and I got to bring it up again.
So this is a Northeast style IPA. This is the relatively new in recent years. It's been making quite a splash.
Glasses were actually washed in the washer this time.
Oh, awesome. So take a look at the thing here. That's new as far as I know from Samuel Adams. Sorry, it's a little bright there. I'll tilt it a little bit. Maybe you can see it better. There we go.
Oh.
Now this, interestingly enough, Dave, has recently been recognized. This is 2018, by the way. This month, I believe, is March,
yes.
That the Brewers Association has recognized this style as an official style. They've come out with guidelines, and so for the first time, and there's going to be a competition this year, and so this will be their first year. This will be a recognized category. So some breweries who have never entered before, who believe they do a good style of this, are entering for the first time, which would be very interesting to see how that shakes out. Also, very popular around these parts too for IPA lovers. Again, known for being a little bit, well, like it says, hazy and juicy, much like this is. Usually not as high a ABV as you might think, but this one looks like it says it's 6.8, which is pretty good
And
for
a
this
low
style.
35 IBU.
Supposedly, the style, if I understand, is less bitter, a little sweeter.
Goodness.
So that can be a good thing, especially for Dave.
Yes.
You know, he doesn't like his excessive bitterness.
Bad bitter. Don't like bitter.
So looking forward to this. And there's places around here that are getting into it, like Tired Hands. They come up with all kinds of variations on this. Although I heard in a couple of them they actually used, I believe it was baking flour or something like that to make it hazy. And I thought, well, that's kind of cheating, isn't it? I don't like the sound of that. What's it say on the website there, Dave?
It says born inside our Nano Brewery in Boston, Samuel Adams' New England IPA is a medium-bodied hazy brew featuring a big punch of citrus juiciness. And then it goes on and says the slight sweetness is perfectly balanced by the pineapple, grapefruit hop character, without being overly bitter. Checking in at 6.8 ABV and a low 35 IBU, this unfiltered IPA provides a burst of fruity hop aroma and leaves drinkers wanting another sip. In comparison to West Coast style IPAs, we have prominent hop bitterness and a slight dry mouthfeel. New England's IPA are generally known for juicy, luscious mouthfeel and opaque, hazy appearance, and are best enjoyed fresh. It's here that food pairings are clam chowder, Cobb salad. That's the starter meal. Afterwards, you can have some fish and chips, mango chili chicken. Okay. And desserts are pineapple upside down cake, fruit top, bread pudding. You ever have bread pudding?
I believe so once.
I didn't ever have no bread pudding. I didn't know the pudding.
I think it was okay.
No pudding.
Well, I understand the codes that brewers use.
5.4 ABW. What's ABW, Jim?
That's active brewing while intoxicated. I don't know.
It's alcohol by weight.
Ah, interesting. Because you're not confused enough by all these IBUs and ABVs. Let's throw something else out there.
211 calories. So we're split that in half. It's 105 calories right here.
105.5.
There you go.
I'm like Mr. Spock. I'm sorry, Captain. That's 17.5893986753009.
Jenny, where's my number?
Why, Spock, that's Jenny's number. Oh, who's Jenny, Captain? I found her number on the wall. Anyway. So,
all right.
Anyway, that sounded pretty much like what I said about
Very
it.
unfiltered. Look how foggy that is. It's like foggy.
Yeah, well, that is unfiltered. That is hazy. That is the style. Now, I couldn't, like I said, I don't know brewer's codes. I don't know when it was bottled, but it said best by April 2018.
Pineapple.
We are in March.
Oof, pineapple. Maybe the pineapple knocks out the grapefruit.
Little bit of pineapple. I don't mind pineapple.
A little bit of pineapple. It's a lot of pineapple to me.
Well, I get a lot of citrus.
It's pineapple. It says pineapple. It's like pineapple.
It's a combination, I think.
I'm having pineapple beer. I know it.
Well, nothing wrong with that. Cheers everybody. I like it. Tasty, juicy.
Don't taste the grapefruit. Taste nothing but pineapple. Pineapple, pineapple, pineapple. Yep. No grapefruit, just pineapple. Thank goodness. Thank goodness, people.
Yeah, the only grapefruit beer we ever liked was the dry hopped sour from Concha. Darn, I keep doing that.
Manioc?
Manioc, thank you. They're both along the Schuylkill River, so I get confused in my old age.
That's
Well, Dave, I must say this is probably one of the best Sam Adams offerings that we've tried in a long time. That I said, "Wow, I like it" right off the bat. You know, some of them I'm like, "Nice try," but this one, I think they hit the mark that they were going for.
Yes.
Well, I was hoping for a few more syllables out of that your sentence, but okay.
I like the pineapple taste of this. I like pineapple.
Pineapple's good for me. What's that substance in pineapples? Bromides, bromine?
I have no idea. What is that?
Oh, it's like this, like substance and stuff.
Stuff. Smash two bricks together. I'm the guy. He's the many words guy.
All right. Well, I will endeavor to pontificate further upon this beverage.
Oh my.
So, stuff. No, just kidding. Well, Dave, I agree with you. This absolutely does have a nice pineapple character. I do get some citrus, though. It is filling the description of hazy and juicy because it is somewhat juicy. It does not have that bitter bite that is typical of a lot of IPAs. I think that's one of the reasons why this style is becoming popular. I know everyone's looking for the next beer trend. This probably started a little bit before it was recognized by the Brewers Association as being its own category. But I think so many people were making it that, you know, you could see that coming. Because there was a time when double IPA was not a category until...
When?
20 years ago?
Really?
I think so.
Wow. I was 30. Can I be 30 again? 31? Whatever. I'm going to be 31 again.
Well, if I was going to start, I'd start from around 22.
Well,
I don't want to be so young. I'm not allowed to drink beer anymore.
I want to be 21 again.
I wouldn't mind losing the gut and the double chin and the ever-expanding head that looks like a face on top of a bowling ball. And the hair. It'd be nice to have the hair all still there. Because, you know, I try to do it like this. It's like, you can't see the top of my head. But then, you know, it's just like, oh my God, he's got more chin than a Chinese phone book, he does.
I think it's your cat.
Don't ask me why I'm like
when you're
talking
sleeping.
in English
Your
accent.
Cats do it too. They lick your head when you're sleeping.
Yes, I've noticed that
I've
too.
seen them do it.
They're like, hair? Oh, not anymore. Meow. Effing meow. So, Dave, give us a number, buddy.
Well, consider I just drank the whole thing. Give it a 6.5. 6.5.
You have an IPA that's not excessively bitter? Has a fruity taste to it?
6.5.
Really?
7,
So you're not impressed with the style?
6.75.
Okay. Well, I think this is really good from Samuel Adams.
I'm getting a little more picky with ratings lately, I think.
Nothing wrong with that. You pick whatever you want.
I used to be like 8, 7, 12, 15 or something. You know, I just would blurt out numbers and I'm actually putting it in my head and thinking.
Well, I think the most difficult part of this for either one of us is when it's the first time that you've had the style, you have nothing to base it on. You don't know what the 10 is. You don't know what the 0 is in the style. So it's totally a subjective thing when you pick a number to it.
Stuff.
Oh, there's an airplane outside. Sorry. I was like, what's that humming noise?
I'm
So,
thinking.
the only thing I have to go here without having, again, ever had the style before is my own gut instinct. And I really like this. I'm going to, since it's the first of its category in the hazy, juicy IPA Northeast, New England style IPA, I'll give it an 8 in that category. But for my personal preferences, I'm going to give it a 7.25.
Samuel Adams. I like Samuel Adams.
Yeah, well, you know, their lager was great. I think they changed the recipe over time because he used to say, I remember the commercial with Jim Cook. He's like, I had more hops in it than 5 Budweisers put together, or something like that. And I was just like, well, that's a lot of hops. That sounds really cool. They don't do that anymore. And they used to say that My Samuel Adams is the only one that is sellable in Germany under the Reinheitsgebot law.
Reinheitsgebot.
And I don't believe they advertise that anymore. So it makes me think, did they switch to having adjuncts like corn in it to perhaps
Reisenboot, anchovies, big words
make
here.
it cheaper to make and mass produce it? And is it being made at other facilities throughout the country, such as out west, not just in Boston?
Reinheitsgebot.
And the answer, I believe, is yes, because when I was staying in Arizona, I was having a Samuel Adams. I'm like, what is wrong with this? Did they store it badly? Again, a common complaint for me. And I looked, manufactured in, it was some Midwestern state, excuse me, I don't remember exactly which. Maybe
Like
even
Nebraska.
Nevada. I was just like, oh man, it's not even from Boston, you know. So
Nebraska.
you got a different place, you got different water. Did they spend the money to make sure the water profiles are identical? I don't know. So anyway,
I got the last one. I thought I had the last one.
no.
It's okay.
So there you have it. Jim and Dave's beer review, 6.75 from Dave, 7.25 from me. Again, we may revise this later as we have more versions of the style. But that's what we have for today. So thank you very much for watching. We do appreciate your time and your consideration. And we'd like to thank you by being smart and
Thank you for being our friend.
and giving you the Surgeon General's warning that says that women who are pregnant should not drink alcoholic beverages due to the risk of birth defects.
Thanks.
You should not operate heavy machinery that includes driving a vehicle if you are under the influence of any kind of alcohol. And of course, too much alcohol consumption can cause health problems. And the reason we try all these different beers is we believe that you, our viewer, should drink great beer.
And have a good laugh with your friends. Your friends. So go ahead.
And friends, subscribe to each other's channels
Yes.
and comment below.
And also hit that little bell thing so you get notifications every time we put something on the internet.
Right, because it's important.
Yes, and every time you see like we put something on there, be like, look, they put a new one on. We have to watch that right now.
And if,
Yay!
no matter what side of the political spectrum you're on, the best way to make America great is to drink more beer.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Because if you can't settle your differences over a beer, how can you settle them? Apparently with machine guns. I need to go hunting. Oh, look over there, it's Baby. Yo, Vern, get out the AK-47. We need to mow that sucker down. Look, it's coming right for us. Well, you know, that's good eating once you take out the 200 or 200 bullets out of its carcass. Personally, I think lead adds a little something to my palate.
That's bad.
Well, I went all political there,
You
didn't I?
did, didn't you?
Hey, listen, if you like guns, God bless you.
I have rifles, but I
Go
haven't
get
used
100
them in
for
a
all I
long
care.
time. I don't think I've shot with my rifles in a long time.
Well, sell them, get rid of them. They're useless.
No, it's one of the only good memories I have of my father, so I keep them.
Oh, you know what would be a better memory of your father? Having money from something he owned.
No, we
Bye-bye,
didn't.
Dave.
Bye, people.